I'm convinced my BF is an actual idiot. Listen to my reasoning before you go judging me. My F21 BF M22 is an idiot. He says that black people, I am black BTW, straightening their hair is culture appropriation. Now at first I laughed because I was so convinced it was satire. It was not. He was serious. I tried to inform him hair patterns have nothing to do with culture. You can be white with curly hair, you can be Asian with curly hair, you can be black without being mixed with straight hair. I said the same with colored eyes, as green eyes run in my family very heavily. If I were to wear contacts, it would have nothing to do with culture, because even though mostly white and Arab, PLS correct me if I'm wrong, have colored eyes, Asian people can have blue eyes as can black people. IDK what to do LMAO. I think he's one of those people who are convinced they're different. He's like the earth is flat, space isn't real type of people. I've been with an idiot for almost 3 years. I get embarrassed whenever he tried to bring up these topics around people. I don't mind him having his own opinion, but it's the fact he sounds so matter of fact, and if you say oh well I don't believe that, he calls you crazy etc. Hence the embarrassment. I'd like to think I'm pretty open-minded, like yeah, maybe the earth is flat, maybe space isn't what it seems to be, but I'm not gonna shit on someone else for having a diff opinion than me lol. Anyway, yeah, I'm dating a narcissistic idiot. Boy did I hit the jackpot. Also sorry I went on a different topic toward the end, LMAO my bad, just had to rant a bit. Update. Y'all. He isn't White Skull, please chill out, but I've read a large majority of y'all's comments lol. I've decided I'm gonna have a very long talk with him and really understands how he feels apt his conspiracy theories and culture appropriation. Also y'all, I never said he was racist, he was a bit misinformed what culture appropriation is, but he got it when I said if I am black, go and wear traditional Native American clothing, that'd be culture appropriating. He understood after a few examples similar to that. And after we have a long talk and realize whatever it is we realize, then we will make our decision based on that. So please chill out LMAO. Some of y'all's comments are funny though, NGLLMAO. If you know he's an idiot and you still date him, you're kind of an idiot too though. Why haven't you left bruh? Those aren't opinions. It's just idiotic. Honestly, your reason for staying with him doesn't make you super smart either. If he's such an idiot, why are you with him? I'm dating a narcissistic idiot. Boy did I hit the jackpot. Well, it's a pretty easy situation to fix. You can't fix him, but you can fix your circumstances. At some point it's a situation that's no longer his fault for creating, but yours for accepting and continuing to stick around. Does he know the history of discrimination against black people because of their hair? Hair straightening was because it was the only way to look respectable in a white supremacist society. Though I can't tell if you are trolling. The earth was proven as not flat over 2,000 years ago. Please leave before you end up permanently tied to this guy and he poisons your kids with his idiocy. Being single isn't so bad. Why exactly are you still with this guy? I'm not being flippant. I'm genuinely wondering what exactly draws you to this guy. What the attraction is. Let's say you have kids together. Are you comfortable with the idea of him raising your kids to believe the earth is flat and that space isn't real? Are you okay with him raising your kids to not pay attention to anything in school because of his conspiracy theories? And let's say kids are off the table. Are you okay with this guy talking about his conspiracy theories at the family table? If you get married, are you okay with everyone knowing that you chose someone who believes the earth is flat and that space isn't real? What about your career if, when you do figure out what you want to do, will you be okay with potentially never moving up, being passed up for promotions because your higher-ups don't want someone married to a man who believes such things in a position of higher responsibility? That will happen, whether they're supposed to let it or not. If you can ask yourself these questions and confidently answer them one way or the other, then you'll have an idea of what will be best for you. You're 21. Cut him loose. Stop dating for a while. Learn about yourself and your worth. There's no law that says you have to be in a relationship. I made it to 4 years with my idiot ex. While there were other things wrong with the relationship, I realized not being able to have a proper conversation with him wasn't something I wanted for the rest of my life. I also could never rely on him for his opinions or support because he either didn't have any, or they didn't make any sense. The things that would come out of his mouth in the beginning made me laugh. Similar unintelligent comments after a couple of years together made me angry and frustrated. He was a man-child. Literally. And I contribute some of that responsibility to his mother for raising him the way she did. Some examples if you want a laugh. He didn't know how to use a stove, or even understood how a stove works. He did not understand how his bank card worked. His mother would go to his place of employment every week, pick up his check, deposit it in his bank, leave enough in for bills and bring him the remaining cash. He was on a share plan with his relatives for his cell phone. I had to figure out the split of the bill each month because he didn't know how. He once asked me to figure out how much siding he needed to order for his house and gave me the measurements. When I asked what he measured in inches, cm, feet, because it wasn't written down, he had no idea. He bought one of those toolboxes once that are specifically made for the box of a truck because it was such a good deal. Not only did he already own one, he did not own a truck. I could go on, but try to consider if you're actually compatible with your boyfriend and what your future may look like with them. Best of luck. 2 hearts. Tell him that by his logic, people getting perms are guilty of it as well. Then tell him that he is culturally appropriating his pubic hair. Yes. I'm so sorry. You have been with a total moron for years. Dump him and move on. I say that because if he was like normal idiot, you could make it work. But he's conspiracy theory idiot. Yeah, there's no working with that. You just have to move on. Opinions are about preferring tea or coffee, etc. Not about whether scientific fact is fact or not. The earth is round. Space is real. The moon is real, etc. Does he believe COVID vaccines have tiny GPS tracers in them? Or that Jews secretly run the world pedophile ring? That's sadly where he's headed if he levels up the conspiracy theories. Apart from that, I learned when I was a few years older than you a very important lesson that has never failed me. If you feel like you have to babysit your partner around your friends, so they don't say something stupid or insulting on a regular basis, that is a huge red flag. My life has been infinitely happier and smoother since I realized that and stopped dating guys I'm constantly worried like, OMG, what are they going to say this time? And I highly suggest you follow suit. If that's how you really feel and you can't connect with him intellectually on some simple things, maybe he's not the one. Dragging it out won't make it easier. Are you using the flat earth and space isn't real thing as like hyperbole, or does he literally believe those things? I feel like there is a point where two people have levels of intelligence that are so far from each other that it makes them incompatible. I can't really tell from just this post if that is what is going on or if he is just very opinionated and argues his less than intelligent opinions to the end. Sounds like a moron. Do you want to have moron kids? Cause that's where you're headed, missy. Idiot. In this case, it's as inadequate a word as calling a tornado a bit windy. I've seen examples of non-traditional genetics a bit. An Australian indigenous bloke with bright blue eyes. A naturally blonde Asian. It's not common, but they definitely exist. In your shoes. I couldn't stand being with someone this dopey. Not all African Americans have that traditional hair. Some are born with straight hair like an Asian as well. Would love to know what kind of mental gymnastics he did in his own head to assert that a black person straightening their hair is cultural appropriation. If it's early in the relationship, this stuff may get worse over time. I think the relationship has only lasted this long because he can't do better than you. You guys are young, so everything is convenient. But in the future, when big decisions have to be made, you'll be wondering how come your life ended up like this. He may be all these things you claim, but you're the one dating him, and all you would end up doing is trying to justify any red flags other people have to say. You're obviously attracted to him for this. You can delete everything after the first 2 sentences. LMAO. You're right. He's an idiot. And when people see that you've chosen an idiot to be the closest person in your life, they're going to think you're an idiot, too. And they might not be wrong if he's already got you considering that, maybe, the earth is flat. Come on now. You're smarter than that. You can do better. He says that black people, I am black BTW, straightening their hair is culture appropriation. I almost stopped reading here, and oh boy am I glad I didn't. I'd like to think I'm pretty open-minded, like yeah, maybe the earth is flat. But I'm not gonna shit on someone else for having a diff opinion than me, lol. That's not an opinion. It's factually wrong. And that doesn't make you open-minded. It makes you also an idiot. Match made in heaven.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.